Hi friends, welcome to my channel. And this video will discuss about Spring Boot and Swagger. Okay, so usually why Swagger will use? So Swagger is a part of Open API specification. Whenever you are creating any API in the Spring Boot applications, so it will give the complete documentation about that API. So for like API documentation and testing, and as testing also you can use this Swagger. So previously those API testings we are doing from the Postman, right? So if you want to do the API testing from the Swagger applications, also possible. Okay. So if you see the documentation here, so it is a part of Open API specification, and by using that, you can design this API documentation, and you can consuming the RESTful web services using the Swagger API. So instead of using Postman, you can use this Swagger also. Okay. So what are the benefits we'll get here? One is for API documentation. We need to do the any other documentations whenever we are adding this plugin into that Spring Boot application. Automatically, it will generate the API documentation based on your changes on the REST API code. Okay, and another one is for interacting API exploration means if you are share this Swagger UI link to some another people, they can open this user interface, and they can able to see the what are the APIs we created for that particular applications. Okay, so everything they will provide some user interface also. You can see that how this Swagger UI looks like. Okay, and another one consistency and standardizations. So using this Swagger, you can ensure that your API documentation follow the standard formats, because while creating the API also we need to follow some standards. Those things we need to follow. Okay, and there is some other things also improved communications as well, because while creating the detailed API documentation, it will gives that front end as well as the back end. So both teams they can able to understand these things. What are the requests we need to pass for the particular API? What is the response it is gives us? So the integration will takes very easy. So they in this case front end developers they can directly open the Swagger link, and they can able to see the what are the requests, what are the APIs available, what are the requests we need to pass, what kind of format the response will give. So based on that, they will do their UI integration as well. So you can do the testing from their side also. So you can go to this documentation as well. So this is my Medium page. You will get more details on this Swagger. Okay. So now we'll start that how to integrate Swagger into the Spring Boot application, right? So first we need to go to the start.spring.io, and we need to choose the Maven application. And here I'm adding that web and as well as the logmark. Only two dependencies I'm adding into this application. And as it is, I'm giving the example demo. So you click on the generated, it will download the demo application. Okay, so I think already I have the demo. I'll go to that and I'll show you. So this is the project. I have this demo. Okay, I'm just opening this one into the IntelliJ IDE, and if you go to the documentation here, first we need to go to Spring Initializer. I'm added web and I'm adding web as well as the Lombard dependencies, and as it is, I click on the generate. So my project is generated. I'm just extracting this. I'm extracting this project into that my local folders. There is a Spring Boot folder. In the Spring Boot, I'll create one more folder. So this is my project folder. So inside the Spring Boot, I'm extracting this project. It is done. Okay, we'll open this folder in IntelliJ IDE. And once it is opened, we need to add this dependency here. This is the dependency I need to add to enable the Swagger. So as of now, there is no dependencies, only two Lombard as well as the web, and I'm adding this one more dependency added and just refreshing. So we'll rebuild this project. So it will download all the dependencies. Still it will download it. Just give me some time. So demo application is loaded, and if you see this application, I created one controller like hello controller, and I added only one method, that is say hello, and this is abstract method because this is the interface. And I'm having the implementation class also, hello controller.java. So this class is implementing this and providing the implementation for that. To add that swagger, then we need to give these things actually. So just you can remember, if you need this code, then you can go to my medium page and you can able to see these things. You can just take this code and try yourself in your system. Okay, so these changes I am added, and I can try to run this application now. So it is running on 9898, and we need to call this URL to see the swagger documentation. So localhost 9898 swagger index.xml, and here you can see all these things about this is the API. And if you want to try this API, you can click and you can execute this one, and it will give the response. So if you see, this is the 200 is the success response. So here is the response. 200 is the welcome to the hello world, and another one is 400 issue with the request. Another one is 500. How is showing here is, if you see our controller interface, here we are defining this one. Okay, response is the two. If it is 200 response, then response is a hello response, and if it is 400, then it is a error response. If it is 500, is error. So if you want to define any other error codes also, you can use the annotation API response to define that error. Okay, so if you see, tag name is hello project APIs, and this will show in your swagger. Yeah, hello projects API and description all about project related operations like create, update, delete. Okay, so if you want to do any changes, just you need to do the changes on here based on the tags. It will automatically reflect on the swagger. Okay, so from here they can front end developers also, they can able to see those things, what are the APIs here were added, and what is the input for this, and what is the request and response also you can see here. Okay, so this is the response. Okay, so this is all about the swagger. So if you need any code for that one, you can just go through this medium page, you will get, I will give this link into the description. Okay, thanks for watching.